everybody, it's Roland Millington again for the lowest note, and we've actually moved on to minor forms, and we're going to be starting with the primary, but like I alluded to in my last video, we've got a few things that we need to explain about minor forms first, especially about minor scales. Now, first things first, we're going to be using a relative minor to F major, because F major is what we used as the example in all of our previous videos, the quaternary major, tertiary, secondary, primary. All of those incorporated the F major scale. So we're going to use the relative minor to that, and for you to say, well, how do you find the relative minor? It's actually very easy. The relative minor is always a third lower than the root of the major scale. So the root of the F major scale is an F, obviously. So you're going to go 1, you're going to go 2, which is an E, you're going to go 3, which is your D. And that tells us that we need to use the D minor scale. Now, in any minor scale, there's going to be a harmonic, there's going to be a melodic ascending, and a melodic descending. Now, for that to keep that from getting a little too confusing, your harmonic simply has your 7th raised a note, and your melodic descending has your 6th and your 7th raised a note, and your melodic descending has your 6th and your 7th back where they should be, which should make them the exact same notes as in your relative major scale. But you're saying, hey Roland, can you show me an example of that? Well, I am so happy that you asked, even though you probably really didn't. I'm going to throw that out there anyway. And we're going to start off in 4th position here, actually, being on your 4th fret. Once again, if you haven't figured out positions by this deep in the video series, you really need to go back to the first video and start paying a little closer attention. We're going to start off in 4th position because there's going to be a C sharp that we have to get. Now, in the D minor scale, the C sharp is actually the 7th, and remember we said that the 7th was raised. So normally a C would be there because it should normally be a C. We're actually raising the 7th for the harmonic. So we're going to begin with the A. We're going to go with a B flat, a C sharp, a D, an E, an F, a G, an A, a B flat, a C sharp, and a D. So for the melodic ascending, the 6th and the 7th are actually raised. So the 6th of that would be a B flat moved up to a B. And of course, the 7th being raised still would be a C sharp, just like in the harmonic. So you're going to start off again on your A. You're going to go A, B, C sharp, D, E, F, G, A, B natural, C sharp, and D. So now you go with your melodic descending, and your melodic descending has, remember, everything moved back down to its normal positioning, which makes it the exact same thing as your relative major scale. You're just beginning at a different location. So we're going to start with our A. We're going to go with a B flat. We're going to go with a C natural. We're going to go with a D, up to the E, F, G, A, B flat, C natural again, and D. So now we're moving on to the arpeggios, and they're not going to be the same as they are in the F major scale, obviously, because we're working D minor. So the arpeggios in D minor are going to be D, they're going to be G, and they're going to be A7. Now, the tonic and the dominant 7th, very similarly to a lot of other forms, are going to be going 5, 6, 5 as far as what they start on. And in a D minor scale, the 5th is obviously an A. And your octaves are going to be on a D and an A with a pivot of an F in this. So we'll begin on the 5th fret of the E string, A. We'll go to a D. We'll go to an F. We'll go to an A octave and a D octave. Moving on to the subdominant, we're actually going to begin on a 6th, and that'll be in a B flat. We're going to move up to a D, then you're going to go to a G, go to the octave B flat, and then use your 3rd finger to get that D. So the dominant 7th is going to begin on your 5th, just like I told you, and just like the tonic started off on your 5th. The difference is that there are 2 octaves in this particular case, it's going to be an A and a C sharp. And there's going to be two pivots of a G and an E. So here we are. We're starting on the A. We're moving to the C sharp. We're going to go to the E. We're going to hit the G. We're going to get the A octave. And then we're going to hit the C sharp octave. So working with your minor scales is really not all that tough. You just need to remember a few things, and to recap what those are, it's going to be that your relative minor to any major scale is 3 steps down, that your harmonic actually has the 7th moved up a step, that your melodic ascending has the 6th and 7th moved up, and your melodic descending has the 6th and 7th moved down. And once again, in this primary form, you want to start on the 5th, and then you want to start on the 6th for the subdominant, and then you want to start on the 5th again for the dominant 7th. Now I'm going to start moving on to the secondary form, and hopefully I'll be able to get that done relatively easily and quickly and get it posted up here so we can complete this whole series and you guys can maybe get something from that as well. In the meantime, you stay low.